Good morning, friends. It's Kiki. I'm doing a special Kiki TV here on Mental Health Mindset and Makeup page. I probably just really messed up the name of the page, so please forgive me, Danny. I did not write it down. It's okay to make mistakes. And we just need to come back to the normal order of things when mistakes happen or when things don't go the way we hope they are supposed to go. Let me see if I can. What can I do here? Well, I was going to try to invite people, but I don't think I can. Let me see if comments happen. Comments do happen. Hey, Danny, how are you? I was trying to share the live, but I can't. So, there you go. How's all that going? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, beautiful people. I am so happy and honored to be here today. This is my first live on this channel. I normally come live on my creator profile page, which is Kiki A. Lane. Hey, Shauna. So glad you found it. Hey, Danny. Yay, you guys are here. I'm going to start today off with, I have yesterday's makeup still on. So, yesterday's makeup. Thank you. Did a good job. I have, my entire desk is completely riddled with things because it's not all put up yet. I'm still getting out of my suitcase, like, yeah, the whole 9 yards. But I have this amazing book, and it's called Daily Wisdom for Women, and it's the 2022 devotional collection. It's an absolutely amazing book. It's put out by Choice Books, info@choicebooks.com, and it runs about $17. So, today is Monday, May 9th. The Ordered World. Then Hannah prayed, "My heart rejoices in the Lord. The Lord has made me strong. Now I have an answer for my enemies. I rejoice because you rescue me. No one is holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. For all the earth is the Lord's, and he has set the world in order." That scripture comes from 1 Samuel 2, verses 1 through 2, and verse 8 from the New Living Translation. And then there's a little story that helps you to reflect that verse in your life today. And this story on today's is Little Girls Still Love Reading Nancy Drew Books by Carolyn Keene. Some may have even imagined themselves as a Titan-tried girl detective. Fans know that every now and then Nancy is described as non-paused. But being non-paused, unable to figure out something, was unusual for Nancy, and thus it merits a statement. Sometimes those who do not believe in God are non-paused. They prefer the theory of randomness over the concept of intelligent design, and yet they discover in the created world that God brought into being a structured and disciplined world, a universe that runs on rhythm, an earth that cycles the sun and experiences seasons, a vast array of atoms and cells that operate according to certain rules, and species of humankind with bodies that regenerate and reproduce according to a prescribed pattern. We are not adrift in a random twilight zone. We have a God who holds the earth in his hands. And then the prayer for today is, Creator God, thank you for the beautiful and orderly things you create. I trust you, my rock, with my life. Amen. And that is the word for today. And it's really funny. It's not funny. It's God. When I opened this, I have come into, since I've been on vacation, and hey, Renee, and realizing all of the wonderful blessings that I have in my life and the wonderful people that I have in my life, that instead of this random chaos that I have going on my desk right now, I need to come back to order. I need to set myself on a schedule so that I can take care of the people that I want to take care of, so that I can love those that need the love they need, so that they know they can count on me every chance I'm able to be here. And I've chosen 9 o'clock in the morning. Whether that's going to go all the way, all the time, I'm not so sure. But typically at 9 a.m. in the morning, I have time to be with you, and I want to do that. In the chaos that I have here, there is order. In all of the chaos that we go through, there is order. We just have to look for it. And we have to know and understand that God holds us. He holds our fate. He holds our moment. He holds the very second that we're in. Whether we're a hot mess express or not, he holds us and he takes care of us. So that all being said, I'm going to start with cleaning my face. Because when you start with a clean foundation, the foundation that you know you can handle, the foundation that you hold true to in your heart, then is when you can build and grow stronger. So I'm going to clean my face with you guys. This is our liquid gold. This is the container it comes in. I actually have placed some of it. Do you see? I'm reaching and stuff is falling. It's madness. But we will work through the madness. I've placed some of it in a travel container that I'm going to use. So, in this little container, which I really like this little container for this, because I can squirt out right directly into my hand. About 3 pumps, and it gives about that much. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'll just emulsify it. I'm going to go in first at my eyes. That's where I have my waterproof mascara and my eyebrows. I'm going to wash that off. I'm just going to rub in little circular motions. Not pressing too hard on your eyes. But I do have the waterproof mascara on. I did use the primer. And I do have our eyebrow mascara on. If you just gently go across those lashes and brush back and forth, it'll just loosen up all of the little bits. I'm not real sure why we can't have comments This may be a technical difficulty, but I see Deanna. Hi, Deanna. Welcome, welcome. At least I'm here and I get to talk to you guys. And we can start to get to know each other. Hey, Kim. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you guys for coming this morning. Right now, I'm starting with my foundation. I'm washing my face. Right? Everything is cluttered in my life right now. And a lot of times, I'm going to be real and honest with you guys. Around holidays, especially holidays that celebrate children or the ability to have children or things like that, my life does get a little chaotic. Did you see that? Makeup to no makeup. Amazing. Okay. Back off my squirrel. I'm going to use the other side to do the other eye. See, that eye's up here. The space is down here. Use this side to do this eye. Let's see. Maybe if I swipe the comments. No. Okay. I see Kim. I see Rhonda. I still am not seeing comments. I am saying hi. I've made comments. I don't know. It's okay though, because I'm not. I can still talk to you. I know you guys. I know that whatever it is that I have to say, they'll hear what they need to hear. So it's okay. Make sure and go back to the very beginning though, because I did read out of this book, and I recommend this book to anybody, any woman going through anything. That's life. So it's Daily Wisdom for Women, 2022 devotional collection. It is by Chance Books. There is a info at chancebooks.com, and it runs $17. There's the back of it. It's a really, really good devotional. And today's devotional talks about order and bringing order back into your life through God and through His creation. Whenever I celebrate Mother's Day, it's bittersweet. And when I have a bittersweet time in my life, my surroundings can get a little chaotic. That's one of my warning signs for myself. When I notice that, look, I'm just going to get real with you guys. Don't hate me. I know you love me, okay? But listen. The struggle is real. Do you see the madness? Do you see it? Do you see it? The madness. Struggle is real. And it's just as real for everybody. Everybody has their own struggles in life. And all of us deal differently. All of us deal differently. I am able to process and deal with the loss of my son and my husband because of the love that I have in my heart. The love they gave me. The love that will live on forevermore. Yes, I see the madness. What did you do? You love my madness. I see your comment. That makes me happy. People, I had to get real. That's what it was. People run through this life today a lot of times on cruise control. And they don't even realize what they're missing. Every single moment. And when, like, I focus on every moment because I know that moments can be short. And I know that a lot of you, many people, if you live in this world, you've experienced death, whether it affected you directly or indirectly. I love you guys. I love you too, Shauna. And when that happens, we must remember autopilot. We must remember when we get a moment in time to clean our foundation. I'm not talking about makeup. Although it was a great symbolization of, I had this on yesterday, I washed it off today, I have a clean foundation to start with. If we take the time, I don't care if it takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Sometimes it could take even longer. But then you're working on more things than you really need to work on. To clean your foundation. To start your new day with a clean foundation. So that those moments that you might miss because you had some old mascara on your eye that fell in it, you don't. You don't want to miss those moments. Even if they don't feel good. The other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and I hadn't seen this friend in several days. Either on, in person or on FaceTime. I hadn't seen him in several days. And the very first thing, when I saw their face, I was overcome with so much emotion that I just started to cry. And it wasn't because I was sad. It wasn't because I was sad at all. I was filled with joy. And I have learned each moment, whether it's painful, whether it's wonderful, whether it's joyous, whether it's a first time ever being able to experience something in your whole wide life, stop and allow those moments to be heard, to be read, to be saved, to be processed. And when the moments come so fast, sometimes you have to take a break and process. And I've been sleeping a lot because my whole body needs to process many, many things. And I know that you all understand that. And I know that you know I'm here. But I want to be more here for you. I want you to know that you can see me at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends. We may have special events. Oh my gosh. Yes. And when you bring, and Danny pointed out something. Hey, Renee, how are you, beautiful? How are them babies? Hey, Savannah. I love you. I love you, Shauna. Danny brought up something really important, and that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's hard to bring yesterday's junk into today's new foundation. That's why you wash your face. If you haven't processed it yet, write it down. If you can't remember. Hello, Savannah. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't processed it, write it down. If you don't need to write it down, yay. Yay you, because you can remember. And if you haven't processed it yet, maybe it's not time for you to process it. Because everybody processes at a different pace. Everybody processes in different ways. Sometimes people shut each other out. Not because they're mad at them. Not because anybody did anything wrong. Stella's homesick today, but in general, they're great. Sassy little turds. I love them sassy little turds. And journaling is absolutely amazing. And that can be your 5 or 10 minutes that you take to clean your foundation. Write it down, get it out of your head. Be careful, Danny. Write it down, get it out of your head, and make it real. It's real to you. So why not make it real? Write it down so you can see what it is for what it is. If you don't have words, write a picture, scribble some lines. I've got journals laying all over the place, and nobody looks at them because that boundary is very respected. You don't want to go in your mind by yourself. It's a scary place to be alone. Take somebody with you. God tells us all the time, go 2 by 2. He filled the ark 2 by 2. I love you. Yeah, the hurt's there. The hurt changes. Just like when you have a boo-boo, an owie, a surgery, your first breakup. There's things about your very first relationship that you probably will never forget. I don't even remember my first relationship because it wasn't much of a relationship. And that's just being honest. The way my brain works, if it's not it's almost like if I learned the lesson, my brain forgets it. If I didn't learn the lesson, my brain makes me keep on trying until I learn it. And if I write the lesson down so that I can make it something, make it a lesson and not just a thought of a lesson, I can process it. If I can't write it down, I pray to God that He gives me answers in my dreams. I pray to God that He gives me answers in the people that I come across on a daily basis. And I ask Him every day, every single day, when I wake up every morning, thank you, Lord, for this breath. Thank you for the breath you have put in my lungs today. Please allow me to be your hands, your feet, and your mouth. Because what I do, I want to glorify God in the things that I do. Sure, do I have bad habits? Yeah, I'm human. Do I have things that I do on a regular basis that I probably ought not to do? Yeah, like I'm on the phone way too much, you guys, for real. And when I take the time and realize, oh, and the funny thing about it is it gets on my nerves, but my Roderick, he'll remind me, you've been on the phone a long time. I'm here. And I'm reminded that I'm missing out on moments. It doesn't hurt my feelings when he tells me that. Sometimes it gets me pissy just a little bit for a second because I like being on my phone, talking to my friends. You know? No, FaceTime doesn't count because that's like being face to face. I just want us to walk away from this today knowing that there is order. There is a way to work through problems in your life. And I have a lot of practice. And I'm still not good. I'm better than I was yesterday. So that means I'm succeeding. And as long as I do my best every day, that's all anybody can ever ask for. That's all anybody can ever ask for. So remember, if you have a friend out there and you hadn't heard from them a while and they come across your heart or across your mind, they're there for a reason. Shoot them a smile emoji. Send them a heart. Find a little inspirational thing. Sack somebody today. You know what a sack is? S-A-C-K. Sack. You know what a sack is? Miss Susan Taylor, I'm going to sack you right now. I absolutely love your quirky and wonderful, silly, crazy sense of humor. You're an amazing woman. And I hope that you had an amazing day yesterday. Happy late Mother's Day. Simple acts of caring and kindness. Sack somebody. It'll make you feel better. When you look at others, see yourself. Treat others the way you should be treating yourself. Kindness does go a long way. Smiles. You guys, my whole thing. Love, be loved, share love. Smiling, it's clinically proven, like they've done tests. It releases dopamines. Not dope like pot, marijuana, the stuff like that. Although that is a wonderful plant and placed here on this earth to provide us with healing powers given by God. I'm off that now. Dopamines that are already in your body. When you smile, it releases them. If you walk around all day, every day, all the time smiling, you don't have room to be sad. You don't have room to be upset. because you're releasing so many dopamines into your brain that happiness has no choice but to happen. Yes, each and every day is beautiful, and we are all beautiful in our own right. And we forget all too often how beautiful we really are. So if you feel like somebody has forgotten how beautiful they are, just tell them. And if you're feeling not beautiful, let me know, because I can talk to you about all that. I promise. I'll love you till you love yourself, unless you give me a reason not to. Your people are attracted to you because of who you are, not what you look like, not what you do, not what you have. I have nothing to give except for love. Nothing. Yet I'm so blessed by so many people in my life. I'm going to share pictures and stuff, more pictures. I took pictures yesterday hanging out with Mom and Tegan and Paxton, and Roderick, and Jack Jack. I love pictures. Pictures freeze a moment in time and help me to remember the good moments. I have a picture that I keep on my desk. Y'all, never mind my mess. Enjoy my beautiful pineapple beach towel, multicolored. I want to show you this picture. I've got two pictures right here. There's a little bit of tape on them. But that's just because I wanted them to stick to my window better, my mirror better. These pictures, for me, are absolutely amazing. First, I'm going to show you this picture. This picture is my Christian standing in his daddy's work boots. Let me see. See them big old boots on that little boy? He's telling me a story about how he was going to go to work where his daddy worked. And how he was going to have a wife. But he didn't call it a wife. He called it a life. He said, Mama, I'm going to have a life, and we're going to have 3 children, and we're going to live on a farm, and my life is going to love me so much that she's going to stay there and take care of our children, and take care of our home, and take care of all the animals, and you can help her, because I'm going to build you a house in the backyard so you can help take care of my children and make sure they do right. But I'm gonna have me a life, and she's gonna be amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? He told me that story. And I remember it because of this picture. He told me the story many, many times. But in this picture, he was talking about going, hey, Christina, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yes, come go live. Talk to us. Share your story. Share things that are hard. Share how you work through things. Because if we don't learn from each other, we feel even more alone. And that's the furthest thing from where we are. This is 3 generations. That's my mom, my sister, and my son. Three generations. My mom, my sister, and my son. He always loved sitting on my sister's shoulders because he was tall. He was, you have to go, I love you. Give my love to Dad and Mom and everybody. Be good. I'll be praying for you today. Y'all please keep my sister Shauna in your prayers. She's an amazing woman with a beautiful heart. And it's breaking right now. I love you. But listen, this little boy, he touched so many lives that people still today, he passed away in 2016. People still today talk to me about how thankful they are that he was in their lives, even if it was just for a moment. Because I promise you, everybody he touched, whether it was on a good day or a bad day, and don't throw away them tears, y'all. Pat them in. They're good for your skin. Don't waste them. God counts them. God knows every tear you've ever cried. I'll never throw away my tears, because they're real. I have no reason to cry fake tears. None at all. The funniest thing, yesterday, I made a movie celebrating Christian. That he made me a mother. And his Sunday school teacher said I could just hear him now screaming at the top of his lungs down from heaven, "Happy Mother's Day, Mama!" That's what he would be doing. That's my mom. That's my mom. Oh, Lord. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So when you think that life is too screwed up and too cluttered, or anything like that, thank you. A lot of people tell me that. And I think that it's because I was able God gave me an amazing child. That was one of the most difficult things in my life. Most complicated. This world gave him diagnosis of special needs, early onset childhood schizophrenia, ADHD, ODD, schizoaffective disorder, bipolar, manic depressant, and then on top of that, autism. That child was the most special thing that ever touched this earth. And he gets to continue to touch it through me. And I will not ever stop that, not till the day I die. Because God promised me he would never shed my son's blood. And he didn't. He was in a car that was completely flattened. and not a drop of his blood was shed. And you want to know the reason why I know? Weeks before, he was diagnosed with a very, very rare blood disorder that made him similar to a hemophiliac, that if they started bleeding, they wouldn't stop. And when they told me that he had passed away, I instantly saw blood everywhere, just because that was, we had to make him stop playing football. We had to make him stop doing all stuff like that because of the dangers it could have. And God said, stop. As soon as I saw blood, stop. And then I ran to his dog because I wanted to feel him. I wanted to touch him again. And all I had was my son's special needs therapy dog, which changed his life forever. Gizmo was amazing. And he died a year after my child died because my child never came home from school, so he stopped eating. What I'm saying to you is, we all have a story. We all have pains. Some of them are bigger than others. We all have trials. But if we clean off our foundation every morning, write down the mess from yesterday, write down the mess from yesteryears, whatever you need to do to be able to process it, work through it, and move beyond it, learn through it. Christian got his therapy dog through one of his therapists at Centerstone. She no longer works there. I'm not real sure. Most of the time, you can Google it. You can, whatever the special need is that you have. Anytime Christian would have behavioral issues, the dog would ignore him. And Christian taught the dog, without knowing he was teaching the dog, how to teach Christian not to do the things that he wasn't supposed to do, if that makes sense. Because the dog had training in behavioral needs. So when Christian misbehaved or acted out of line, or how he was not supposed to, Gizmo would turn his back on him. And it broke Christian's heart every time he did it. And he would stop. And he learned to self-regulate through a dog. Yes, the epilepsy. Now there are, you can actually, there's different foundations that you can go to online, and they will assist you in the process of getting an epilepsy dog. And then there's a whole lot of nonprofit places that you can, I'll if you want, you can feel free to message me, and I can help you do some searches and stuff. But everything really is on the internet. Just ask Google, or Siri, or whoever you have, Alexa, somebody, you know. They'll help you. I know they will for sure. At least point you in the right direction. But there are nonprofit organizations all over in many different states, that help people to get the added assistance that they need. If you already have an animal that, yeah, Ask Stella. If you already have an animal that helps you in certain ways, that is connected to you, that is your animal, and your animal helps you process, get through, make your life happen, you can go to the National Registration Board for service animals and submit a request to approve your animal to be a service animal, and they will send you, I think it's like, well, when I did it for Gizmo, it was like right at $100, maybe. I have a hair or something. I think Michelle sent a cat hair my way. I'm not real sure. Did y'all see a cat hair fly by? Most of y'all know Michelle. You can have your dogs trained in whatever category of special needs you need. It is pricey depending on the category and depending on the need, the age of the dog, a lot of things. A lot of times they try to start training processes when they're babies, when they're puppies. Gizmo's person passed away, and that's how Gizmo came up for availability to my Christian. And he was an amazing blessing. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's not time to process something. Sometimes it's not time for something like that to happen in your life. You haven't learned the things that you need to learn to get to that step yet. And when that step happens, it's because it's time. We need to be patient and do our own, information digging and all that to get to where we want to be. You hit the wrong emoji. It's okay. You're fine. But it is possible, and there are ways to make things happen. Hey, Megan, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you have a great day. There is order in this life. And we all need to remember that we process things differently. If you have any questions or just want somebody to talk to, I'm here. I'm always here. I don't do much else but be here. And I really love you guys. I love the sisterhood that we've come together with, and I think it's important. And I encourage you. You don't have to stay on as long as I have. I've been on here a little bit long, and I need to get off. But I encourage you to open your heart, open your mind in a safe place. Not to tell dirt or anything like that, but just to talk, to I need help processing this. What do you think? This is what I'm going through. This is hard. I can't do it alone anymore. You don't have to. We're all here. And we love. And we have big hearts, so we can love a lot. I can't wait to see you next Monday. If you want to catch me doing some other things, like maybe put on some makeup or fix my hair or clean up my office, all the things. But I do also go live on my creator profile, and I would love to have you there too. I love you. Never ever forget your worth. You're priceless. No money in the world could buy your worth. Never forget your worth. Always remember that somebody out here loves you, and it's me. And if you ever forget your worth, you give me a call. Give me a jingle jangle. Because I got you. I'll remind you. And always remember to smile. Smiling releases dopamines into your brain. And if you focus on it, you can even feel it when you smile. You'll get cold chills. If you think about it, it releases dopamines into your brain, allowing space for happiness to be. And I want you to be happy. I want you to feel joy. I want you to know love. Until next time, friends, I love you.